Edna Treatment tonight with Dame Edna, Hollywood superstar Alec Baldwin, British babe Amanda Holden, brooding heartthrob Engelbert Humperdinck, and American funny man Tim Allen.
She's a she's an angel of light from above. She's poetry in motion. She's a rock in an ocean of love. So give us the Edna treatment, a world-exclusive mega spa.
Please welcome the gorgeous gigastar that keeps on giving, Dame Edna Everage.
My show has started. Mind you, I can hardly blame you. My slot is never in the same place from night to night. It's boxing, I think, next week. My public are going to be very, very confused. Give me that mobile phone. Yes. I learnt naughty girl. I learnt the art of phone throwing from you, Naomi. Yes, this is Naomi, my maid. Actually, she's really a celebrity, aren't you, Naomi? You are, but she's doing community service at the moment. But because everyone in my spa is a celebrity, I protect them. Their anonymity is protected. And, of course, I can't tell you her last name, but she's best known for her legs, so I've had them pixelated for her protection. Now, off you go and clean the toilets. I want my daughter to be able to eat off the floor. Oh, cousins. I see my waiting room is very, very crowded with the usual desperados and non-entities in their complimentary spa gowns. But wait a minute, you're not a non-entity. Is that little Shane Richie sitting there? Shane Richie! Now, you're not a non-entity. Shane is the star of the once popular EastEnders. Shane, what are you doing there, darling?
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting on a cancellation for one of your high-powered sunbeds. So...
well, you have got rather an East End pallor, Shane, I'm afraid. Quick, Valmai, please, fast-track Mr. Richie to my George Hamilton Memorial Solarium. Off you go. And please, my first patient tonight has been... Actually, he's been on heat since yesterday. And by now, he is simmering. He's a star of a lot of films, so I'm told. And he comes from a Hollywood dynasty, who doesn't? It's my favourite of all time, my favourite of all the Baldwin boys. It's Alec! Come on, Alec!
Your ladyship.
Oh, you darling.
I was thinking...
There we are. I'm glad you've been released from your steam box.
Yes.
And you look lovely in that old cuddly bathrobe.
Thank you.
And if you like the bathrobe, well, you can buy one at the desk.
It is nice. It's very warm.
Forgive me, Alec Baldwin. I'm looking at that hair of yours, and it is beautiful.
Thank you.
Alec's hair is really the tip of the iceberg, and It's an iceberg a lot of women would like to be shipwrecked on, Alec.
You and I come from the same school of hairdressing, I think.
Oh, well...
The kind of French pastry school of hairdressing. Yeah.
The thing about us is we've both got our original hair colouring. That's the thing. Can I... Alec, forgive me, I want to just touch it. I want to...
Finger it.
Lucky girls.
Yes.
You can...
May I finger your hair?
Thank you, Alec.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, I want to finger that as well. And it's lovely to see your chest hair is almost the same colour as the hair on your head. But we are, well, I don't want to dwell on this, but we're famous for our hair, Alec Baldwin, and I was born with this colour, and I was. And you are 48 and follicle fresh, but if I had...
I'm only 48 for another few days, actually.
When is
my birthday is next week.
When is it? Next week?
My birthday is April 3rd, and I share my birthday with a very strange array of people.
Who are they?
Marlon Brando, Wayne Newton, Doris Day, and Eddie Murphy. Isn't that the strangest group of people you've ever met in your life?
No, they've all got something in common.
What is that?
American. And I have the same birthday as Yasser Arafat. Isn't that a horrible thought?
He was born with that hair color, too.
That's why he wore that dishcloth over his
Yes.
head.
It was a struggle over there in Palestine. He struggled as a child.
You're in England now, so you can be as politically incorrect as you like.
I'm thinking of moving here.
You're a big star and you're from an acting family, Alec Baldwin, aren't you?
Yes.
Your brothers and sisters? Your sister an actress?
No.
No.
No. They're housewives and mothers.
Oh, well, so am I.
Right.
So am I. And I've managed to combine the two. I have.
Well, my sisters are a different kind of housewife and mother than I would be. Yeah. But it's no less demanding. No less demanding.
You talk in riddles, Alec Baldwin.
I'm Sphinx-like.
I want to go back to the start. I want to go back to the early days. Little Alec Baldwin. A lot of toys did you have when you were a little boy?
I did. Microscopes, train sets. Yes, so looking at amoeba and protozoa and a little kit. And I had a doll.
A doll?
I had a doll.
How lovely. Now, please.
I said I had a doll.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Little boys like to play with their dolls. My son Kenny, for example. Now,
my doll was named Kenny. But in Kenny's case, we couldn't wrestle that Barbie off him. We couldn't. Not without a tantrum. So it was a little boy doll. It was a boy doll.
And did you cuddle it? Did you? I mean, no. Well, children are innocent and lovely.
Yes. Well, as you'd say over here, we were mates. We went places together and did things. We were mates, you know what I mean?
You speak to me like a man who has a rough idea what I'm about to ask you.
Yeah.
Did you chew Kenny? I mean, no. Alec, please, for heaven's sake.
So by that you implied, did I put any part of Kenny in my mouth?
Yes, that's what I implied.
Yes, I did.
You did. I happen to know that. While you were having your makeup put on,
You retrieved my old...
I had a scan made of you. I've got a scan showing, look, a plastic eyeball in your lower intestine. In your intestine.
That's true. I swallowed the eye of the doll. But I tried to get the thing out, and I scarred my vocal cords when I was a child.
You literally, the eye of that little dolly produced the
Yes.
famous Alec Baldwin voice. Well,
Kenny.
isn't that interesting?
My love for Kenny produced this voice.
What other interview could have squeezed that little fact out of you? I don't think anyone. I'm adoring our little chat. The sound of your voice I find rather arousing, as a matter of fact. We've got a little break coming up, my darling, and I'd like you to announce it in your famous voice. Would you mind doing this?
What
This is
would you like
something
me to
I
say?
would normally do, but Al is going to do that for me instead.
Al. Al. Stay with me, possums. After the break, more of the gorgeous Alec Baldwin. And I chat to the scrummy Amanda Holden. See you in a minute.
Here we are with Alec Baldwin, who I absolutely adore. Life, Alec Baldwin, has not always been easy for you, but you have a strong work ethic, and that's what I admire. You've got your feet on the ground, or your slippers on the ground. Do you manage to lead a comparatively normal life?
I do. I live in New York, and that is helpful to live a more normal life. And I try to live a normal life, you know. Go to... you're just delighting in all this, aren't you? That's great. I live in New York. Thank you. And...
don't talk to them, please.
Don't talk to them.
Now, you suffer... You suffer, well, normal disorders and little setbacks, don't you?
Yes, I have obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Do you really?
But very acutely. Very, very rarely.
But it's a newish thing, isn't it?
I like to straighten things out and make sure everything's...
Do you really?
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, I'm a little bit like that. I'm very neat in many ways.
Right.
But I don't think I've got OCDC. Is that what it's called? OC...
I'm not OCDC, but I'm OCD.
You OCD?
Like, if you went into my house and you moved one book like a quarter of an inch, I might notice that. I just have this strange...
Isn't that extraordinary?
Isn't it weird? Yeah.
It's weird and adorable.
Right.
I say so.
Even the hairs on my chest, they're arranged exactly the way I need them to be.
What's the difference between OCDC and anally retentive? What's the difference? For sake! What is the difference?
Well, I think people that are anally retentive want to keep a certain something inside. Whereas people who are OCDC want something to go in and out and in and out. And not necessarily stay inside, but go in and out all the time. If I'm not mistaken.
We're going in pretty deep at the moment, aren't we?
I think we're all the way in, actually.
Now, actors are always making decisions, and quite often, like the rest of the human race, we make decisions that we sometimes regret. You have had wonderful roles, and yet you've turned a few good ones down. You turned down The Fugitive, didn't you?
Well, they were going to make the movie, and then they decided not to, and then when they
did make it.
They made it without me, right.
Who did they make it with?
What's his name? The guy? I forget his name.
Harrison Ford,
Right.
I think, yes. And then Patriot Games, you turned that down.
Right. And that was made by,
Harrison Ford. Were you originally scheduled to date Callista Flockhart by any chance? That wasn't fair, Alec.
No.
But you got your own back without quite knowing it. I'll tell you why. Because tonight, I wanted Harrison Ford to be sitting in that chair. But at the last minute... No, at the last minute he couldn't come, so you're filling in for him. Isn't that wonderful? And I'm glad you are, Alec.
Thank you.
There's a little spinach on your teeth, which reminds me...
No, there isn't.
Reminds me, you are a vegetarian. Do you struggle with your weight?
I do, yes. Since I became a vegetarian, yes.
Yes, there's a lot of women who'd like to struggle with your weight, I'm sure, here. But vegetarians are generally rather skinny, sickly people, but you bucked that trend. You must have eaten a lot of vegetables.
Yes.
You're very famous and a delight to talk to, but we must move on, sadly.
Yes.
Parsons, my next patient is a lovely woman who was born the day before I was. She's a fellow Aquarian with very similar bone structure, as a matter of fact. She's successful, like you, in everything that she does. She's recently had a little bubba, and she's probably lactating at this moment. Isn't that wonderful? And you know, that's worth knowing.
Yes.
Because we could be trapped in an elevator with her, couldn't we?
Yes.
Now, please welcome. Think about it, Alec. Think about it. Please welcome the delightful Amanda Holden. The delightful Amanda Holden.
Hello.
Oh, Amanda. Hello. We call you Bev. You see the name there, Bev? Because my research tells me that your real name is Beverly Saunders.
No, that's what I wanted to be called. If ever I was famous when I was at school, I wanted my stage name to be Beverly Saunders.
Can you see it in lights? Beverly Saunders.
If I was from... Amanda Holden's got a better ring to it.
I like Amanda Holden myself. But you've got a healthy self-esteem. That's what I like about you. Is there anything about yourself you don't like? Any part of your body?
Oh, I hate my feet.
What?
My feet. My fiancé says that my toes, they always make him feel hungry because they look like little cocktail sausages. I absolutely... Oh, don't look. I hate them. I absolutely
Alec's
hate
licking his lips at
I'm feeling a bit packaged. Oh, that's nice. That feels
I'm a
very
vegetarian, so...
No, I'm vegetarian. Maybe
You
they
are.
could be vegetarian cocktail
A
sausages.
couple of veggies. Let me see your little feet.
No, I can't.
No, please.
They're so-
I want to see your tootsies.
Oh.
Come on.
They're horrible. They are...
No.
I can't believe...
No, this is-
I can't believe this.
Come here.
No.
This is a fantasy of yours. They're gorgeous.
They're horrible.
They're lovely.
Oh, they're not.
Let me see the other one, darling. You see, oh, they're a little bit flaky, aren't they? But look, I love your shoe.
Thank you.
Give me the other one.
No, what's going on?
So, how long did the doctor say you had to wear that for, darling? I'm going to help you. Bring the foot bath, will you? I'm going to give you a little... You're in a spa.
Yeah.
You can look after those flaky old feet of yours. There we are, Valmai. Pop it down there.
Oh, no,
Go on.
I'm going to have to eat like Kermit.
This is
after
lovely.
Oh, it's freezing.
It's what?
It's freezing.
It won't be for long. Your body temperature will warm the water.
Oh, my God, it's horrible.
No, please.
And it's really slimy.
No, that's not slime. No, that's Ednox. I've had It's made from a wombat spleen. It is.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Oh.
That's a wombat.
Oh, we're vegetarians.
No, wombats are protected, so the spleen is very expensive. Now, I have a rare gift. I can read people's shoes. It's called pedomancy. It is. The ancient Hittites used to do it, and to some extent the Assyrians. and I'm going to give you a reading. I'm giving you a reading, Amanda. I can see two words. Shoe Express. That's what I see. And Valmai, please. The shredder. We have to get rid of
No
them.
way!
These are bad luck, these shoes. Thank you, Valmai. No, I'm sorry, darling. We've got some slippers for you. Now, your records go on forever. In fact, I'm sorry, I'm going to be upsetting you. My papers are in a terrible mess. If only I had someone to shuffle them for me. Oh. It's Mark Austin!
You've got to master the art. You've got to master the art.
Well, Mark, he's my paper shuffler by appointment. Did you ever see the movie The Queen?
Yes, it was fabulous. Helen
I was
Mirren.
meant to be playing that role.
I can see you in that
I was a bit too young for the part, Alan. No, I refused to do the nude scenes.
role. Quite right.
And so Helen Mirren took the role because she was looking forward to the nude scenes and then they were cut. So there you are. Do you do nude scenes?
Do you know, I've never done a nude scene. I never will. Not now I've
No,
had a
you
baby.
can't say that.
I have to tuck my tummy into my magic pants now I've had a baby.
Amanda did once ride around the city of Bournemouth naked on a motorbike.
I was desperate for money. It was a 20 quid bet. £20.
Next time you're desperate for money, call me.
OK.
And bring your magic pants.
But you can't have been completely naked.
I was.
No, but
I was totally naked, but there was someone
You must have
on
worn
the
a
front.
little protective thing.
No.
Because the vibrating saddle.
There was no protection.
The throbbing...
That's why I went round the block twice.
Now, Possums, there will be a little more chat with my delightful patients, Amanda, Holden and Alec Baldwin, along with Tim Allen and the legendary love machine Engelbert Humperdinck. These words! Possum, sitting here with me and divulging happily is my gorgeous guest, Amanda Holden, not to mention adorable Alec Baldwin. By the way, who would have known that I have two vegetables, I'm vegetarian, sitting here in my luxurious spa. Now, you have a lovely little bubba.
Yes.
You've got a little bubba. What a joy that is. Little Alexa,
Yeah,
I believe.
Lexi, we call her.
Lexi?
Yeah.
If she turns out to be dyslexic, that'll be difficult. But I mean, no. Please. There are people watching this show who have that problem.
Very successful people have dyslexia.
They do. It's a bit like OCDC, isn't it? I want to briefly say something now. I don't want to strike a sad note, but this is a sad story. I had 4 children. I have 3 at the moment. And there was a 4th, little Lois. We're going back some years now. And I'm telling this story. I'm telling it in a bald, matter-of-fact way, because if I tell it how it was, I'll involve myself emotionally and I mightn't be a cry.
We don't want to smudge your makeup.
Now, I was feeding this little bubba, and we were in the outback of Australia, and I left her, little Lois, in her cot on the veranda.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Did you breastfeed? Were you breastfeeding?
I was breastfeeding.
Well done.
My gynecologist tells me I could still breastfeed. Another thing to keep in your mind if we're caught in an elevator. The fact of the matter is I overslept. I missed her feed. I missed Lois's feed. In the morning, I woke up in a panic. I ran out to the veranda. The cot was empty. And there were footprints, spooky footprints, on the veranda of a giant koala bear.
No.
But I firmly believe that Lois is still alive. She's feral. She would be feral. But she's living...
In the
I
bush.
like to think she's living...
She's alive and well in the bush.
She's living with a caring koala family. I mentioned that. Be careful with those wild animals.
She stroked a giraffe.
She stroked a giraffe.
That's not a euphemism.
How lovely.
Sounds terrible.
Did she hug its lovely neck?
Yeah. She did. We got it on video.
Oh, that's a lovely education for you.
Excuse me.
Your feet, please.
Can I get them out now?
Yes,
Because
take them out now.
Not only
You're
are
right.
they sausages,
Would you
they're
dry
prunes.
them for her, please, Alec?
Yes.
Oh, no, I don't expect
You
to
dry
do
them. Don't be
Oh,
embarrassed.
no.
No,
Yes,
please.
Alec Baldwin is drying your
I've lived
feet.
for this moment.
Isn't that lovely?
Okay, here we go.
And look,
here we go.
I've got
Just
some lovely slippers for you here.
I love them.
Thank you, Alec, very, very much.
No, allow me,
Yes,
please.
Oh, look, he's like
Oh.
Prince Charming and everything.
Yes.
Alec,
Why don't you slip
Heaven's
that on there? There we are.
I do have a backlog of patients that I must get through tonight. What's that? It can only be one person. It's Engelbert Hello, darling.
How are you?
Amanda Holden. Alec Baldwin.
How are you?
I had no idea you had such a following, Engelbert. There's a bit of an oldie bopper over there. First things first, Engelbert Humperdinck is not your real name, is it?
No. My real name is Arnold George Dorsey.
Arnold George Dawson.
Yes.
And why did you change it? Why didn't you use your real name?
I had to change it because I wasn't getting anywhere with the real name, you know, and Engelbert was, Arnold wasn't a very popular name there. Now it is with Schwarzenegger and everybody like that, you know, but... So I had to change it to Humpy Bumpy Lumpy Dumpy.
A Swiss composer, I believe. Yes.
Austrian, in fact.
Was he Austrian?
Yes.
He wrote then
German,
Hansel and Gretel.
I don't know. I mean, I just took the name.
Yes, without bothering to consult the family, by the look of it. Well, you fascinate me. You've sort of reinvented yourself like we often do, change your name. And your whole style.
Oh, yeah.
Even your teeth. Now, when you were small, you had prominent...
My teeth were prominent. Yes, I could
You
eat...
did have prominent teeth.
I did. They used to really stick out, and I could eat an apple through a tennis racket. But I had, you know, I didn't have a brace to put on my teeth, so I had to sleep on, you know, like that at night.
Did you? This is extraordinary. My son Kenny used to bite the pillow. He did. He did. Isn't that amazing? And I had no idea he had a problem with his teeth. The things I learn in my wonderful spa. And I heard that melody drifting in here.
Yes.
You were serenading me with that song, Please Release Me. How did that song come about? Because it's a little bit your signature tune, isn't it?
It is my signature, and as a matter of fact, we're celebrating it this year because it's 40 years since I recorded that song.
40 years.
40 years.
Well, it was my husband Norm's favourite song.
Really?
It really was. Is it on your new, wonderful new album?
Yes, it is. I mean,
It is
That's an
Engelbert's
album
greatest hits.
they're releasing this year. I'm sorry, I have to tell you that.
And
they're
more.
releasing it because of my anniversary this year of 40 years.
Lovely. I think we
So
owe
there's
it
a
to
lot on
Engelbert
there.
to go out and think of that as a Christmas present.
I think I'll have
It's
to buy
got
myself
lots of
that.
lovely 36 smash hits on it. They're not all yours, by the way. But you've borrowed other people's smash hits, and why not? Why not? And the name of the album is Engelbert Greatest Hits and More. And what a lovely promotion I've just given you.
You just
there.
gave me a delightful
You have been known, and I think probably still sometimes perform 150 shows a year.
Somewhat like that, yes.
That's incredible. If I come to one of your concerts, I'm not saying I will, but if I do, something special happens in the third song, doesn't it?
Well, I pray for the people who are sick in the audience or have any kind of ailment.
Yes.
And it's a form of, I hope that they get better while I do this song.
I'm sure they do. Some kind of, well, healing. I do it in my own shows. The things I've found under the seats, I've found neck braces and walking frames, teeth. You wanted to be a doctor, didn't you?
Not really.
Oh.
No, I said if I've mentioned in my book, and it's
Oh, your
been,
book, yes.
I had a book, yeah, I've released an autobiography, and I mentioned that if I had the education, I would want to be a doctor.
Well, that's exactly what I said.
But
Cousins, my staff are telling me that a certain time has arrived of the evening when we have a little insert in our programme. This is a man, unfortunately, with a dysfunctional saliva duct. No matter how much I've tried to help this man, he constantly lets me down, Engelbert, Amanda and Alec. Bear with me as we check in, please, with Sir Les Patterson.
Hello, viewers. My name is Les Patterson, fitness guru without portfolio, and you probably noticed I've got a big one. Beauty, isn't it? The one thing diplomatic immunity can't protect you from is an irate husband. Something I did to his wife got up his nose. And that's why I'm here in this gymnasium to brush up the old self-defence with two of the world's finest pugilists. I refer to none other than Joe Calzaghe and Amir Khan. You blokes have got a fight coming up, haven't you? A big one on the 7th of April on ITV.
That's right.
Who are you fighting, Amir?
I'm fighting a guy from Doncaster. His name's Steffi Bull.
What about you, mate? Who are you fighting?
I'm boxing somebody. Is Peter Manfredo. He's an American.
What chances do you think old Malfredo's got on the 7th?
He's got no chance.
No chance. Well, best of luck, fellas. I hope you come out of this with your marbles intact. Well, you're here to get me in fighting shape, aren't you, boys? So, what are we going to start off with? Fellas, tell me, what's the best place to hit an assailant?
I say the jaw.
The jaw. Yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, I'd reckon below the belt in the, somewhere around here somewhere, eh? Why don't I take on both of you bastards? Let's see what happens, eh? I don't want you blokes taking it easy just because I'm no spring chicken. Dive in! Don't pull your punches! You bastard! You spilt my Chardonnay! You Tommy busters! It's true. Call themselves boxers. Come on, Kimmy. You look as though you could do with a stiff one.
Coming up next is one of the funniest men around. Come back and join me as we probe deeply with Tim Allen. is a great actor. He's the star of Santa Claus, Santa Claus 2, and Santa Claus 3. So I'd better get him on before he makes another one. He is yet to come down my chimney, and his name is Tim Allen!
Thank you.
Listen to that.
There you go ahead. Sit.
Well, that's just a measure of your popularity in this little nook, Timothy.
What the hell's happening here?
My daughter, Tim, my daughter.
She's lovely.
Your latest film is called Wild Hogs.
Yes, it is.
Can we hear, in as few words as possible, something about it? What's it about, Tim?
The movie Wild Hogs is with Bill Macy, Martin Lawrence, John Travolta, myself. It's 4 guys on a motorcycle trip that get in big trouble.
Ooh, I'd like to see a little clip of that. I really would. Would you mind terribly if we showed a clip?
I don't have one with me.
I do.
Oh.
I'm just going to pop it in my aperture right now. You burst upon our scene, certainly, with a wonderful show called Home Improvement, as you know. And
one person.
you were reported... Tim...
You're very kind. You're all very, very kind and well read. Very well read.
Tim was reported as earning $1,250,000 per episode.
Canadian.
Well, that's perhaps only Canadian dollars. So... what motivated you to do 202 episodes, Doug?
It certainly wasn't the art, Dave.
Your home must be very much improved after all
You got it. You see?
Engelbert, are you a handyman?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. My daughter Valmai, of course, whom you met, she can't get enough DIY. Do you know, if I pass her room at midnight, there is the sound of a cordless device. There is. And honestly, Amanda.
Don't bring me into this, for God's sake.
She couldn't be sanding the floor at that time of night. She couldn't.
You know, there's no good time to remove old cock.
No.
Yippity-doodle.
This is little Tim Allen, sharing his experience, strength and hope with us tonight. My favourite Tim Allen film is Galaxy Quest. I only saw Galaxy Quest on a plane. And really,
that big, so.
I have to be frank, it was because I couldn't turn it off. I didn't know how to. But, and you know, I had a little bit of a mean period, and I couldn't pay the £1 for the headphones. I just couldn't. It's terrible.
So you couldn't hear it?
I didn't actually hear it.
It's so good, you don't need to hear it.
But you took your top off in it, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did.
Did you have a body double? No? Or did you do that yourself?
I did it. The first time I did a movie like that, actually, where I had to eat like a protein diet all the time. So
to have the body all fit and lovely?
Yes, Dame, of course it is. It's for the art.
But wasn't your character based on William Shatner?
What's so funny about that? No,
Because all you needed was to spend a month drinking in a motel. You'd be perfect, wouldn't you?
That would, of course, been one way to go. It actually was based, believe it or not, on Yul Brynner in Ten Commandments.
Was it?
Yeah. It's not that interesting, but it's the truth.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting indeed.
Yes.
And I'm loving every second of my little chat with this man. You're a man's man, but you've got a softer side. You're an artist. You look at things through the eyes of an artist.
Well, I actually went to college to be a designer and an artist. Yes.
Do you ever think you'd like to move back to that art world?
Yes, and lop off an ear and live in the south of France. You bet, Dame. I think about it all the time. I'm fantasizing about it right now.
Vincent!
What would it be like to be in France without my ears? Yeah. Instead of this view, if you could see what I'm looking at. It's terry cloth hell right here. It's just a very strange situation.
Well, at least we've mentioned your movie, Tim.
Yes.
We have. And we've
what it's all
shown
about.
We have.
Did you mention when it opens?
When does it open?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No.
When is this?
It'll be in the amusements pages. And Parsons, if you want to see one of our greatest comic talents and acting talents, go see it. Tim, I could talk to you and about you and behind your back for ages. But I can't. I can see little Engelbert champing away at the bit, and he needs to leave the country in 15 minutes for tax reasons. So, Tim, he's desperate to do a duet with me.
Well, who is
This is going to be the experience of a lifetime for you. So, Engelbert, go and get into position. Oh, hang on, Possum. I smell something burning. Valmai, did you release Shane Ritchie from the tanning bed? No, you useless creature. Fetch him now. I have a duet coming on.
Tell me when will you be mine? Tell me quando. We can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again.
When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. You mean happiness for me? Oh, my love, please tell me when.
Every moment's a day, yeah. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to enjoy the uncompared.
I can't wait a moment more. Tell me quando. Say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when.
Will you say yes to me? Tell me quando. You mean happiness to me. Oh, my lover, tell me when. Every moment's a
Possums. Thank you to all my patients, Alec, Amanda, Tim, and Eng. And thank you for having me at your place, Possums. Oh, Shane. Oh, look at him. He's burnt to a crisp. Valmai, get the aloe vera, will you? I don't want him peeling all over my lovely floor. Good night, Possums. Good night.
For all the latest Dame Edna news, previews, videos and behind-the-scenes footage, go to itv.com/Dame Edna. And as for alter egos, Jim Carrey's the man with a split personality in Me, Myself and Irene. After the news, next.